guys, welcome back to another video. I was just sharing with you guys the tropical depression from Hurricane Helene. So I guess tropical depression Helene. We fared well. We got lots of rain. It started raining at 9 p.m. on Friday evening and continued until Sunday morning. And it was a steady rain, a drizzle at times. Tennessee, or at least where I'm at, they've got a really good drainage system in place and sheds water really well into the ravines and pushes it out to the lakes and Mississippi and wherever it goes. I don't know. But we don't really deal with much flooding here. We do get a lot of rain, and so I was concerned, but like I said, it was a steady rain and a light drizzle at times, but it was steady and really good for the plants. Unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives, and that is very sad. And a lot of people lost everything. So my prayers go out to all of them and to all of you who may have suffered any kind of damage or worse from this storm. It's always so horrible to have to hear about those things. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my Amazon finds for food preservation. I am prepping my house right now, and I'm prepping for about 3 to 4 months. Ernie and I are currently looking for a generator, a small one, for our fridge. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, please leave me a comment down below and let me know which generator you suggest. Also, I'm going to be preserving some things for the pantry, and I'm excited about that. And then I got a new food vacuum sealer. Mine was not working anymore. I didn't spend much on it, so it gave me a few years, and so I'm thankful for that. But I did get a new one, and it's pretty. And I only chose a pretty color because they had it available. So we're going to just be separating the bacon out because I got 2 pounds of bacon from the butcher, and I needed to separate that and get a pound put in the freezer. Because, we eat it like once a week. So, if that. So anyways, so we're going to be doing that because I really wanted to test it out. It's also great to do like fresh vegetables. I've done that before and probably going to be doing that in today's video as well. Not a ton. Like I said, we are in the market for a generator. We don't have one yet, but we are coming up on storm season, so it would be nice to have that ASAP. I'm just nervous to get a lot of things in the freezer and then lose power. So we're looking for that, but I am going to do some things and get some things in the freezer. And in the pantry, I want to have at least 3 to 4 months worth of food. I'd like to know that my home is prepared for anything, and that my family has a place to come and be safe and eat, and that's just my job and priority as a mom and a wife. So that is what we are going to do today. But in the meantime, I got to take care of my other chores, which is my everyday housekeeping. The kids were coming over. It was, like I said, raining, and the boys still played football. They play in the rain. It was an hour away, and Ernie was going to go, and I chose to stay home and have my daughter-in-law bring the 2 littles over. So I wanted to get up and get all of my housework. Ernie and I slept in this morning. I slept until 8 a.m. on this morning, and he slept till almost 9. So we slept really good, and it's due to the weather, I'm sure. I always sleep in the winter. Or on rainy, coldy days. Cold, rainy days. And so, anyways, needed to get the bed made, get some laundry done, my usual housework, and I wanted to get the floor mopped because the baby is now crawling. So I wanted to make sure he had a clean floor to do that on. So I was taking care of that, and you're going to see me in the middle of doing laundry here. The kids arrive. So Ernie was going to be home with me for a few hours. My daughter-in-law, her and my son started the association. So I'm very proud of them for that. they didn't like the way youth football was being ran here in Middle Tennessee, and so I told them, start your own association, because I was part of the founding crew that started the Pop Warner Association my boys played for, and I sat on the board for many, many, many years. So I told them, start your own, and they did. So they are at the ball field all day long and dedicate a lot of their time. So this is when the kids arrived, so it was time to just finish up what I was doing and turn the camera on and pay attention to my babies. Everybody came over for dinner that night. We had a great Saturday. It was wonderful. Then we're going to jump over into the next day. And I got those refrigerator separators. I got them in clear because that is the color of my drawer. And I was trying, in all fairness, or in all transparency, I was trying to put those in without these. I thought these were just package materials, and I was all, these suck, I hate them, I'm sending them back. And then I read the directions. It's amazing what you can do when you read the directions. So these go on to hold them nice and snug and tight inside your drawer. So I was very happy with these, so that's why I decided to include the footage. I'm only going to share with you guys items that I find that I would use in my own home. And nothing else. So it was really nice to have these in there. Now here is my my new food saver, and I love it. It was not expensive. I don't spend a lot of money on these. I think this one was probably $60, and it came with bags to get you started, and I ordered extra rolls. And these are the bags, and here's the bacon. I'm just going to go ahead and get these vacuum sealed. I did cut out the footage where it wasn't sealing, and it was user error because, again, I didn't read the directions. I just needed to flip the rough side of the bag over so that it vacuum sealed properly. And we're going to get the rest of the bacon put away. I tell you what, I am a quickie wiki. I refuse to use directions. So I guess you can say I'm like a man in that aspect. Hey guys, we just got back from Aldi for some items to put in the pantry. We're going to start over here. I got 12 cans of diced tomatoes, and the expiration date on this is August of 2026. Anytime you're buying this kind of stuff for your pantry, always check the expiration date. I got a case of tomato sauce, and these are July 28th, 2026. These are good for soups and stews and that kind of stuff. I got 6 cans of tomato paste, and these are September 1st of 2026 expiration. We got some garbanzo beans. We use this in recipes, and the expiration on this is October 7th of 2027. We got some pastas here that I'm going to be putting in the mason jars and vacuum sealing, so 2 of the rotinis, and then 3 packages of wide egg noodles. We got 4 3-pound bags of, so 12 pounds of white rice. We got 4 32-ounce bags, of pinto beans, and 3 of the 16-bean soup mix. We got 4 of the avocado oils. It's a great price, $5 something for this, and we spend at the grocery store almost $19 for this one. So this is a really good price. We got some masa in case we need to make our own tortillas. I'll be putting that in mason jars and vacuum sealing it. Some rolled oats, some peanut butter. We got 2 peanut butter, 2 mayonnaise, and 2 ketchup. And then 4 sticks of butter because it's baking season, or 4 packages, sorry. It's baking season. I'm gonna put this in the freezer. So we're gonna get, oh, and I also got honey. And I'm gonna try this out. Antibacterial fabric spray. I'm gonna spray that and see how I like it. I got some chamomile tea and some Earl Grey black tea because I love drinking tea, especially in the cold months. But that is it. And my total for all of this, $174.96. So we're gonna get all this taken care of and put in the pantry. But I'm also going to be well, I just put this in here because I was testing to see how much would fit in a jar. I'm going to have to vacuum seal that, but we're also going to be doing all of this stuff here. Okay, I needed to get my pantry organized because it was quite disorganized to make room for the mason jars. I don't have storage for the 5-gallon. I don't have a basement, and I don't have storage for the 5-gallon. In my kitchen. I suppose I could put it upstairs, but I'm turning that into a bunk room, and I think this is good. This is going to work out just fine. And at the very end, I'll tell you where I plan on adding more storage for food. So I needed to organize this so that I could make room for the mason jars. I chose mason jars because they don't take up as much room, and you can put mill-size amounts inside of the mason jars, and I think that that works. Now I'm going to be vacuum sealing a lot as well, because when you vacuum seal in bags, it saves a lot of storage space, so I'm going to be doing that. But this is my handy dandy vacuum sealer, and I love it. I bought rolls, and I was doing the rolls using this and making my own bag. So you just cut a piece, you seal one end, fill it, and then you vacuum seal the other end. So it's really nice because you can make bags this size. But I had forgot, and you'll see later on that I had bought a package of bags in 3 different sizes, and one of those sizes would have been perfect for this. So I unnecessarily cut into this roll, but it's okay. I have more rolls because I told you I have another vacuum sealer that's broken. I got quite a few years out of it, but it was broken, so I had all the leftover rolls from that as well, so I'm good. I'm stocked up. But anyways, vacuum sealing these because we don't use them that often, so I didn't want them to go stale, and so I'm going to go ahead and get the air pulled out of them. You could also buy the packs of these or the packs of the dehydrators, or what are they called? Those little packets, food preserving packets. I've never used those, but you can buy those if you choose to. And get it on Amazon. I mean, you can get everything on Amazon, and you can add those to your containers. So I'm just going to start putting stuff away, and then we're going to get to getting everything stored into the mason jars. Now, my next item that I'm going to show you guys is amazing. I love this little vacuum sealer, and remember, everything is linked in the description. So you fill your mason jars up, and then it could either do the wide mouth or the small mouth jars, and it's chargeable, like you charge it. So it doesn't require batteries. Everything's chargeable these days, isn't it? And so you take off, to use the on wide mouth, you take off one piece, and it fits right over it. And then to use a small mouth, you reattach the piece. It just locks into place. It's not a big deal. So we're doing rice, and we're going to do beans, and we're going to do soup, and we're going to do pastas. Again, loving the fact that these are all, this is it right here. And see the piece in the back by the chicken? That's for the small mouth. I'm using the wide mouth. Now you're going to see me do it to 60%. You can go all the way to 100, but you got to do at least 60. I chose to do just 60 on these, but you can go all the way up to 100%. Well, they say to do at least 45% when you're vacuum sealing, and I guess it really depends on how full the jar is, but I'm going up to 60 just because I had a lot of jars to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and just write, I mean, it's obvious it's rice, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the date on it, and before I get those stored in the refrigerator. Now, I only bought items that that we eat, and I know that sounds funny. I went crazy the first time I prepped, and I bought a bunch of stuff that I thought we might want to eat if push came to shove. And what happens is yes, you have a storage, but you have to eat from your pantry. And I guess that was my disconnect, was I was thinking I'm storing food, so we can't eat it because I'm storing it, then that's a disconnect. You're stocking your pantry and you're having 3 to 4 months worth of food, which this is not 3 to 4 months worth of food for us. I'm still going to continue to build on this, but a little bit at a time. I'm taking a couple $100 each time, and I'm going to, each time I go out, and I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to get it prepped and all of that. And like I said, some of that money is going to go to freezer prep, but I need a generator first before I invest in things to freeze. So anyways, beans and rice and soup mix and pastas, we eat all that. So when you pull something off the shelf and you use it, you replenish it. And so the way I plan on doing that is, just having everything stocked neatly. And then when I start to see that, we've used maybe, 2 or 3, then it's time to buy, the bigger containers. Now, if I can get the cleaning closet organized and proper, because I think that if push came to shove and we were hungry, I would be really regretful that I had a closet full of cleaning products when I could have filled it with food, right? So I'm going to, we also have a water filter too, so I'm not going to stock up on water because that water is not good for you anyways. It's in plastic and it's just not good for you. We have one of those, what are those things called? The tall silver things. We haven't used it yet. It's up on the cabinet above my refrigerator. It's still wrapped and everything, but it's, in case of an emergency. And so, anyways, I'm gonna arrange things, and it'll happen over time, as I'm doing the stock ups, it'll happen over time. But there is no better feeling than knowing that you have food, no matter what. Now, I honestly regret not doing this sooner, before all the prices skyrocketed. I really do regret that, because it would have saved us a lot of money, to have all this stock. It would have saved us some money. So I do regret not stocking up on food sooner. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So we're doing pastas. I'm going to do oatmeal. Just any kind of dry goods. That's what this little thing is for. It's really good for, is for any kind of dry goods. I haven't read up on it. I don't think you can do wet with this. I'm not sure. But I don't think you can, actually. I think it's just for dry goods. But anyways, we're doing the 16 bean soup, beans, rice, pastas, oatmeal, masa. You're going to see me do masa here in just a little bit. And the way I did the masa was I used the little bags. That's when I was like, oh, newsflash, you have the little bags. and now for a dozen tortillas with the masa, you need 2 cups of the masa, and then a cup and a quarter of water and a quarter teaspoon of salt. That is what the recipe is. And so I measured out each little bag for a dozen tortillas. So each bag that I have in my pantry will make a dozen tortillas. So for this, that's an important thing, So we're doing that. And then I also think that'd be really fun too. Once I get a good stock of food preservation, I think that I would really like to start canning. You're going to hear me talk about that at the end of the video. Canning scares me a lot. I've told you guys that before. It just scares me. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong and I'm going to kill us. Like, it just scares me. So I don't know if there's a foolproof way to can. I don't know, but I would love to can my own vegetables, my own fruit. I would just love to be able to can. And so I don't know if you guys can think of any class I could take or method I can look at, for canning, beginner canners, where I need to know when it's sealed that when it's opened, it's going to be, it's going to be good. So, I don't know. Maybe you're a canner and you went through the same thing, kind of felt the same way, but it's just the way I'm feeling. But I really feel like I want to can because, we have so many farms here, and I would love to be able to hook up with the farm and go buy like a case of this and a case of that and have like a food preservation day. It just would make my heart happy to be able to do that. And I just feel so useless that I don't know how to can, you know. I do know I can flash freeze and freeze things really good. I'm good at that. The problem with that is, energy is not promised. And so that's why shelf canning is so good. So, I do plan on stocking my freezer, like I said, and then I do want to get a generator. So I think we're good there, but I also would love to shelf things, put things on the shelf that's good for us to eat. So any help there, I would greatly appreciate it. I know I'm 59 years old and I'm here asking something that I feel like should be a part of who we are. It's a lost art, and, my mom never canned. Not that I remember anyways, but she didn't, that I remember, and so I was never exposed to that. So I don't know. But here is, so I have sugar here. I decided to go ahead and just seal that in a bag, not vacuum seal it, but just seal it. It's some raw sugar that I had in there, and I plan on doing some other items that I have open in the pantry too, but you saw me get jars put in the dishwasher, so I needed to sterilize some more jars and all of that. And here's the masa. So I'm measuring. I had some issues with that when I was pushing the sealer on the jar. It was knocking the little sill thing out, and so I had to keep going. I had to do a jar like 3 times because it wasn't sealing. It was not a user error. It's always user error. But here I am cutting bags, and then I was like, gosh, I feel like I have smaller bags, and I do. I have smaller bags, and you're going to see me go get them really quick and come back. And I was so mad because those bags would have been so perfect for this job right here. And the nice part about it is they would have been uniform. So I would have had the same uniform size bags. I struggled with how to get the masa inside because the mouth was a little narrow. And then after trying a couple of things, I decided to just use a 1/4 cup and put 8 scoops in each bag. And that worked out fine. But when I preserve, like dry preserve like this, I always do it in meal sizes. So that might help if, something that you want to look into. But I think it's really important to do this. It makes me feel really good about my home and, to be prepared. Not that this would have helped a lot of people, that have just went through a severe disaster right now in North Carolina. My gosh, Asheville. I'm in awe because we walked those streets and all over Florida and Georgia. I mean, just everywhere. It's devastating. Here in Tennessee, the damage is just devastating. And so, but I do think about the people who, are stuck and, I don't know. They said there's people that don't have food. There's people that don't have water. It's just devastating. So I'm going to try and be prepared for anything that comes our way, so that we always have something to eat. That is most important to me. And, to prepare my house, that's my responsibility as a wife and a mother, I believe. Just because my boys are grown and have families of their own doesn't mean I'm not their mom anymore. And I would feel much better knowing that my home is prepared so that if my kids all had to come here one day, that we would have plenty for everybody. So that's what I feel my responsibility is, as a mom. So, that's okay, just guys. Me. This is what I have so far. It's looking really good. okay? And then I put this sugar in. I just sealed it. I didn't vacuum seal it, but just sealed it. And then I vacuum sealed masa. Each one of these packs makes a dozen tortillas. I put oatmeal up here. I still have all of this, but I'm just going to leave it because we use all of this up here. That's white sugar. I still need to get some to stock up on. I have this flour and this flour I still need to do. And then I'm going to leave this just like that because I plan on using that for dinner. And then these are just so bulky. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum seal it. I love this thing, but I haven't charged it completely yet. I keep charging it a little bit and then using it, so it's not 100% charged, and it keeps getting low on me. So I'm gonna let this charge 100%. I love my vacuum sealer. This thing is amazing. And I forgot, I was cutting bags and I forgot I had this size, not this size, sorry. I forgot I have this size, which is perfect for the masa. And in this package also comes this size bag and these large bags. So I bought, let's turn this around, this one here. So these are perfect. And so what I did is I've measured out, like I said, like a dozen tortillas, and these can be re-vacuum sealed because it's dry goods, so I can use what I need if I need to use this, but I'm going to leave this as backup. All of this is good for 2 years. So I'll just, when I run out of my current stock of stuff, I'll just refill it. Like I need brown sugar right now because baking season is coming up, but I'll probably buy in bulk and then vacuum seal what doesn't fill up in here. But the pantry's looking really good. Now I need to figure out where to store this. One of you guys had suggested my cleaning closet, so I might do that so that I can use this floor area for more stock to put down here. But I'm feeling really good about what I have so far. I've got quite the mess going on. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That is how I'm preparing my house for whatever the future may hold. It always makes me feel better. I did this a couple times before, and then we moved out of state, and I didn't pack everything up. I gave it all away. So it's been a year, almost 2 years since we've lived here, and I'm just now getting back to getting my house prepped. So this is how I do it. I know that I don't can. I'm not a canner. I'm scared of canning. I wish that there was a class I could go take to learn how to do that. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, people telling me it's super easy, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's scary. I don't want to give my family botulism. So anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that it inspired you guys and motivated you to do a little prepping in your own home today. And don't forget to leave me some comments, some tips. Maybe there's some things that I can do that I haven't thought of. That would be fantastic. I appreciate you guys staying till the end, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.